Welcome. Let's discuss a specific example when trying to do synthetic division. When we are trying to do synthetic division, there are two conditions that need to be met by the denominator. First, the highest degree it must be of a value of 1, which we have it. And second, the coefficient of x it must be of a value of 1. And notice that this is not the case. So what can we do in this situation? Well, we can still perform synthetic division, but we need to modify our denominator. Well, let's start by looking at our denominator. And let's set it equal to 0. And what we're going to try to do, we're going to try to solve for x. Well, let's start by adding 1 to both sides. And let's finish it up by dividing by 2. And now we are going to use this result. Because if x is equivalent to 1/2, this is the same as saying x minus 1/2 is equivalent to 0. Then we are going to consider this expression as our new denominator. So let me give myself some space and let's use this result. So now we can rewrite our problem. But now our new denominator is x minus 1/2. And when we consider our new denominator, notice that we are meeting the two conditions. The highest degree is 1, and also the coefficient is 1. Now we can perform synthetic division. So let's do that. Let's make sure that our numerator, all the degrees are in decreasing form, which we do, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now let's get each coefficient, 2, followed by 1, followed by 5, and followed by -1. And now let's put an upside down box. And on the outside, let's put the opposite of what we have in our new denominator. We have -1/2, so on the outside, let's write down +1/2. And now let's start the process of synthetic division. Let's bring down the 2. And then let's multiply the outside. Well, that's equivalent to 1. Let's write that down in here. And then let's combine 1 plus 1, that is 2. So we are done. Let's repeat the process. Let's multiply the outsides one more time. 2 times 1/2, that is +1. Let's write that down in here, underneath the next value, which is 5. And now let's combine them. 5 plus 1, well, that is 6. So let's repeat the process. Let's multiply the outsides. 6 times 1/2, that is equals to 3. For that result, let's write it down underneath the -1. And let's combine this out, which is going to give us 2. So we are done with our synthetic division. The highest degree in our numerator was x to the third. So therefore, the first value in our result is going to be the coefficient of 1 less, which in this case is x to the second. And let's go down the line. 2 is going to be the coefficient of x. 6 is going to be a constant. And +2 is going to be our remainder. So we can say that our result, it is equivalent to 2x to the second plus 2 of x plus 6 plus 2 divided by x minus 1/2, which is our remainder. In terms of synthetic division, we are done. But we have to keep in mind that this is not the denominator that we initially had. This was just a modification of what we were given. We have to think about what can we do to this denominator so we can write it back to how originally it was. Well, notice that one way that we can do that is by multiplying times 2 on the denominator. Because if we do that, 2 times x, that's going to give us 2x. And 2 times -1/2, that's going to give us -1. But instead of saying, I'm just going to multiply the denominator times 2, I'm going to say, I'm going to multiply the whole result times 1/2. Because the 1 is going to multiply the whole numerator, which is not going to affect anything. And the 2, it's only going to multiply the denominator, and that's going to give us the original denominator that we had. Well, we have to keep in mind that we already calculated all this. All that is this computation that we have done here. So the only thing that we have to do now is to get our result and multiply it times 1/2. So this is our conclusion. We can simplify this a little bit further by distributing the 1/2 to every term, but I just want to discuss the main idea. Hello. If you would like to continue learning about mathematics, you can check out the videos on the left.